Hi, this is Greg at Track 25. Welcome to our series on pushing the limits of Pro Tools Intro and Live Lite, and particularly showing you how to get 1,000 plus channels from each of these apps. In Part 1, we laid out the goals of the series, particularly the pursuit of 1,000 channels instead of 8. We had a demo running Pro Tools and Live in tandem on the same Mac for added channel count and creative flexibility. We also had a demo using a second Mac running MainStage to help get 16 recording inputs instead of the manufacturer's limit of 4. In Parts 4 and 5, we will reach more than 1,000 channels on both apps, while Parts 2 and 3 focus on what can be achieved using only the built-in features without any assistance from plugins. Today, in Part 3, we focus specifically on Live Lite. Unlike Pro Tools, Live Lite offers fewer track types to choose from. But let's have a closer look at this basic 8-track live set. Notice there are 8 tracks for audio and 2 return tracks. Something looks really familiar here. Let's make a new set with just one MIDI track. Let's add a drum rack to the MIDI track and drag 8 audio files onto some of the pads. We can create 2 return tracks for reverb and delay. Let's rename some tracks and change some colors. If we take a closer look at this 8-track setup, it's clear what's familiar. The single MIDI track version has all the same elements as the 8-track set. It's as if an entire Live Lite set can live inside just this single drum rack. Since there's 128 chains available in this single drum rack, and also 6 possible internal return paths, this one drum rack is enormous by comparison to a standard Live Lite set with its restrictions. Let's see an entire song built this way. Here we have 43 stereo files on 43 pads of a drum rack with 85 open slots remaining. We've added 6 effects paths with reverbs and delays. We've edited note assignments so everything plays with pad A4. Here's an entire song in Live Lite sitting inside a small part of a drum rack on just one MIDI track. We've only used the one track, so additional MIDI tracks and drum racks can grow our session into some crazy numbers. Plus, drum racks can be nested inside of drum racks. Very exciting. But let's notice something strange. The transport is not running. The set is not playing. This means that no automation is possible. Let's back up a bit and note that Ableton Live was fundamentally built upon the concept of firing clips. In this demo, we're just using these pads to fire longer elements of a song. Using multiple pads on multiple drum racks can extend this to thousands of tracks, but the downside is that a traditional transport control is missing. You may enjoy this style of song building, but our stated goal is somewhat more specific. So here in Part 3, we've shown how easy 1,000 tracks can be, but we've not yet fully met our goals. In Part 5, we regain full control of our transport and empower Live Lite to achieve 1,000 plus channels in a very refined and approachable way. That brings us to the end of Part 3. Join us for Parts 4 and 5 when we break through the 1,000 channel barrier. This is Greg from Track 25. See you next time.